5 minutes and talk about Engineers Without Borders, who I've been with for 3.5 years now, and I've been on the committee 2 years. And I'm just going to talk about who we are, what we do, and specifically what we do at the University of Sheffield, because it's very different to what the National Society does. And I think in the community of EWB as well as a national body, Sheffield is seen as kind of the gold standard. We've got the most members across the UK in a single place. We also do the most projects at once. So what are we? We are an organisation that basically wants to help people by using engineering knowledge. And we do that through students and through adults from who have done engineering in the past and then go abroad. And I think this is really important. There is no we, because there's not a single organisation. We work everywhere, literally everywhere. And this list of countries is very small because it doesn't include all the places we actually do our outreach. So we do outreach everywhere pretty much that there's been a disaster. And if there hasn't been a disaster but bad stuff's going on anyway, we'll be there too. So we have a number of things that go on here in Sheffield. We have group projects, outreach, education, and we do a load of social stuff as well. And I'm just going to take you really through what projects we've had. So the first one, which has kind of died down over the past year, but is a wind project. We would build a wind turbine every year as a society, and we would take that to a Scandinavian competition, which is called the wind turbine competition, and we wouldn't do very well, but we would have built a wind turbine every year. And then one year we also built a really large one, a wooden one, and put it on Healy City Farm. And that was there for about five years that it was on Healy City Farm, and now the parts are back in the EWB storeroom again. So the wind project's a really fun one. This is the one I ran for a year and a half, and it's a water project. We started a sustainable urban drainage system, which is basically a pond that stores water to stop places flooding, down at Linwood Gardens, which is where we were at the church the other day. It's just behind the Francis Newton pub, and as you can see, that's downhill, so you get a huge amount of runoff all the way from up at the hospital, and it just basically floods the houses below Linwood Gardens. So we started building a pond basically to store that water a bit better and for a bit longer to stop places flooding. And we do a lot of stuff. I mean, most of the projects we do are about helping someone in some way. Linwood Gardens, which is kind of one I started, was the first one we've done locally. So it's not international, and it's not just within the university. It was actually us going out into Sheffield and seeing what could be done. And at the same location, because we've now got a good connection with the stakeholders there, we're also building a composting toilet as part of the water project to kind of aid that group. The other water one, which we did, which might not be on here, no it's not, is we built a rainwater harvesting system down at City College. It's a great connection, especially because City College has all its own sustainability kind of agenda and so on, but we built a rainwater harvesting system down there for their new kind of planter area as a water source, because they couldn't get any mains water to that area, and it was a much better idea. So we built that from scratch. It took us about 6 months, and it's still working today, which is really, really cool. We also do pedal powered stuff. So this is really important in developing countries. They don't have, national grids for the most part, so they want low energy solutions for things like charging phones, lighting things up, even charging a defibrillator. It would be good to have, an energy source. So we started a pedal powered project here, and we do lots of things with bikes, basically. There are currently 4 bikes plus 20 to 40 tires in the storeroom, waiting for somebody to start taking them apart and putting them into something. Our most fun project really that we do quite often is we have pedal powered smoothie makers. So whenever we do an open day, we have a pedal power, we have a bike with a blender on the back, and we make people smoothies for free, which is always good. Everyone likes free food. Our newest group really that's kind of turned into a real group. We used to send people out to international countries to do case studies and stuff, but now we just have something called International Partnerships, and they basically discuss new projects with with international bodies, see what we can do. And the most recent one they've done is a pedal powered pump. So they brought water and our pedal powered groups together to make a kind of water source system for a place in Nicaragua, but also in Malawi, which has been really good. And then we do outreach, and this is probably our most important one. We go into schools, we talk to kids, we take sand filters and other really low engineered simple devices that help people out in international countries, and we take them and we teach them to kids in schools. Which is a great opportunity. We do that pretty much every Wednesday of the university year. So it's ongoing, and we have an outreach manager every year for that. And our newest one